Hello everyone, in this video we will cover together the new release for the HR applications for the version 13.3 and 13.4 of Odoo. So I will first start by explaining the new features available from version 13.3, and they mainly concern the salary configurator, the credit time contract, and we also have some new features available in the fleet application. For version 13.4, the appraisal application was mainly rebranded. So we'll have a look at that together now in a database. So we will start with the features available in version 13.3. And as I was saying, the biggest step in this version is regarding the salary configurator. So before, the salary configurator was only available for Belgium, and it required a lot of development whenever you wanted to personalize it. It is now available for all the countries, and a first functional configuration is possible. So when I download the salary configurer module from the apps, I now have access to the salary configurator menu in the payroll application. So I have downloaded it here in my database. So if I open the payroll application in the configuration menu, I now have those three menus for the salary package configurator: the advantages, the personal info, and the resume. Those three menus correspond to the three windows that you can find on your salary configurator. So this one is for the advantages, this one is for the resume, and the one below here is for the personal information. So those three windows are personalized, can be personalized. So let's imagine that I want to offer to my employees some extra time off added to their legal time off. So I will go in the advantage menu here and I will create my advantage. So I want to call it extra time off. I can very easily select the field related to this. So in my case, it's paid time off. Same for the cost field, paid time off. This is the monthly benefiting guide. I want this advantage to be available for all the employees that belong to the salary structure type employees. It has an impact on my net salary, and the unit of measure of this advantage is in days. I can also define what should be the display type of my advantage. In this case, I want it to appear as a slider. I want the minimum value to be 0 and the maximum value to be 15 because I want my employees to be able to take up to 15 days. If needed, I can also select what are the requested documents that should be requested from my employees whenever my employee selects this advantage. And here I can also write a description to give more explanation to my employees. So let's take, for instance, take up to 15 more days to your legal holidays. And I save it. So if I open my salary configurator here, for the moment, I don't have any options, but if I reload my page, I should normally be able to see the advantage I have just created. Exactly now I see extra time off. I see my description here. I have my slider with the 0 as a minimum value, 15 as a maximum value. And I see that if I add more days to my advantage, it will be directly updated here on the resume information. So this is quite easy to configure. Another feature that is available in the version 13.3 is the credit time. So if I open any contract for my employees, let's take this employee, Tony Jimenez. I have here his contract, and I see now that I have this button available, credit time. So let's imagine that my employee, Tony Jimenez, wants to start a credit time. I will just click there. I can define the starting date of this credit time. Let's say that this credit time should start the 1st of September and that it should end until the 31st of December. I can define the work time rate, 4 days out of 5, and I see that the wage that was defined on my employee is automatically updated based on the work time rate. If needed, I can also define a new working schedule for my employee. If I click on create a new contract, I see now that I have 2 contracts for my employee Tony Jimenez. And based on the starting date of my new contract credit time, I have now the end date of my first contract that has been updated automatically. So the system already recognized that whenever this contract we start, this one should end. This is for the credit time. Regarding the fleet application, we have 2 improvements. The first one is regarding a new vehicle type that is now available. So when I create a new vehicle model, I now have the possibility to select what the vehicle type is of my vehicle. And in this case, before we only had car available, and now we have the bike option that is available. This option is also available in the salary configurator if this is needed. The other new feature is regarding the services. We now have status bar that is set per default on all the services that are performed with those 4 values: to do, running, done, and cancelled. This is for the new features of version 13.3. They are, of course, also available in the version 13.4. And for this new version 13.4, as I was mentioning in the beginning, the appraisal application was mainly rebranded. So the appraisal form have been way improved. If I open any employee here, I see that the appraisal form layout has changed a little bit. We now have the possibility to have directly the employee feedback and the manager feedback that appear directly on the appraisal form. Those employee feedback templates and manager feedback templates can be directly configured on the job position itself. So if I open any job position, here I will take this one, consultant, for instance. I can define here directly what should be the templates and the questions that should be asked for the appraisal of the employees that have this job position. So if I open my appraisal form again, if I edit it, I have the possibility to fill those 2 feedbacks. So they are sent to the employee and to the manager, and they are only published on the appraisal form once both of them have decided to publish them. So whenever they will fill the feedback, they will have the possibility to publish it. If any of the 2 hasn't decided to publish it, no one will be able to see both feedbacks. Another feature that is available is regarding the goals. We now have the possibility to define some goals for the employees. Here I can create a new goal and I can challenge my employee to achieve this goal until the next appraisal. So for instance, I would like my employee to improve the soft skills. I can define improve soft skills. I can define what is the progression that the employee should achieve. I can see who has challenged my employees and what should be the deadline to achieve this new goal. Let's say that this improvement should be made for the 31st of December. I save it, and the employee has now access to all the goals as well on the appraisal form directly. This is it for the new features of version 13.3 and 13.4. Thank you for listening.